What up, y'all? What up, y'all? So long awaited, as of yesterday, I started implementing some AI stuff into my agency. Now, the biggest thing, wow, this guy just backed out of his driveway and hit his car on the garbage. But anyways, yeah, so I started implementing AI into my agency. And the biggest thing here is I'm trying to see if I could scale this to $250,000 a month, literally just using AI. The biggest thing is, obviously, in terms of AI, you guys have to start to think of things from a different perspective, right? People are getting a little bit more used to it. People are still working around the whole AI thing, but it's not as scammy or sketchy anymore for some reason. AI has been really big this past, I want to say, year, 2 years. And the average consumer and the market is becoming accustomed to it. They're starting to understand that AI is starting to replace the average human job. AI is starting to replace a lot of jobs that don't necessarily need to be done. And people are actually starting to feel comfortable in interacting with AI. So much so that people log into ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT all these questions about things that are going on in their personal life. People literally sit there and have conversations with ChatGPT and trust AI with their fucking life. So I started to build out a lot of it, and I am trying to see what the response is going to look like. Now, the reason that I'm doing this is, on average, I find that a lot of day-to-day tasks, especially on our team side, end up wasting time in things that are more valuable. Like, if you have a team that's going out and cold calling for you, sure, those are the type of things that I would prefer to have human interaction on. I don't know about necessarily setting up an AI cold caller. I don't know. Those things are kind of buggy, and for the price that you pay for it, it might be a little bit better to have somebody personable on the phone. I don't know. It might be something that I try later. I might get an AI answering service, just because if somebody calls in, at least the phone always gets picked up. That might be something to look into in the next, I want to say, week or so, that I'm gonna try to implement. But I'm building out these flows and automations and trying to see if I can come up with the perfect formula to build out the best possible outreach system and interaction system for opt-ins, warm leads, and all that stuff, to see if it could result in properly qualifying a lead and booking it into our calendar. Yeah, look at this. Somebody left a fucking huge shit here. Great. Anyways, point being is, this is something that I think has been long awaited on my end, and when it came to my sales process, it wasn't something that I was always fully involved in. I focused a lot on the back end work, the fulfillment, building out a system and service that is actually valuable and that people can actually make use of. I don't want to be selling something and it obviously not being useful. So I've just recently started to get back into the actual sales process and actually looking at, who we're onboarding and how we're onboarding people. And the biggest thing here is, I find that I want to say about 90% of people that are actually in, honestly, 90 might be a stretch. Let's say 75% of people that are actually interested in our services and could be coming on board don't end up coming on board because, one, we don't hit them at a time where they're available. Two, we don't hit them enough times to where they see it. Because think about it, if somebody's opting into your service, think about how many other things they've probably opted into at the same time. Think about how the Facebook algorithm works, Google algorithm, and all this stuff. People get hit by ads based on their user interaction, right? So if they're opting into your thing, think about people that are spending millions of dollars on ads that have a pixel that's fully developed, that is getting laser precise targeting from other similar users. Let me rephrase that, because I don't think that makes sense. If somebody opts into your thing, right, it triggers something on the Facebook side where they understand that this person is in the market looking for a specific service at a certain time. So if you have other agencies and other service-based businesses that are targeting a similar audience as you, think about it. If somebody opted into your stuff, odds are they're gonna get hit by ads on Facebook, Google, YouTube, Instagram, and every single platform by all these other businesses. So what I'm getting to is, it's very likely that these people have opted into a dozen different offers that they've seen. And they're talking to people and they're shopping around, they're trying to figure out what is going to be the best option for them. So you have to stand out and, one, speed to lead, get to these people as quickly as possible. And two, you also have to put yourself in a position where I'm going to put myself out there in front of this user as much as possible, because they might not be able to differentiate your opt-in from somebody else's opt-in, right? So somebody else might hit them, you might hit them, somebody else hits them again, you might hit them again. And for all they know, they could be reaching out to the same person, just booking a call, and that ends up being the call that they decide to buy on. right? So when it comes to all this stuff, your acquisition on the front end, I am looking into developing a system that is far more automated, but also prioritizes qualification without fucking blowing up leads and getting people uninterested into your stuff. So I'm playing around with this stuff and trying to find different formulas that work well together. Currently, I'm only testing this out on the SMS side. I'm gonna build out some probably email workflows and stuff like that. The thing is, I'm not in love with it, right? I'm not in love with it yet. And I'm gonna figure out what works. And the thing is, it's speed to lead, right? So what it comes down to is when you get a response, you have to figure out how to get them on the phone as fast as possible, right? Oftentimes, you only might get a 7 or 8% pickup rate based on the amount of dials that your team is making. So you gotta touch people like 3, 4, 5 times, at the very least, in different areas too, in different places. So yeah, that being said, that's currently being built out. It's testing as of last night. So we'll see how that works out today. Now, I also do want to touch base on the service side of things, right? Now, when it comes to marketing and advertising, so we are prioritizing brand development. We're prioritizing e-commerce brands, and we're marketing about 100 brands actively on a month-to-month basis right now. So the thing is with this is we're also trying to develop a marketing formula that is laser targeted without having the day-to-day automation. No, sorry, without having the day-to-day manual labor of consistently having to tweak your ads, right? Consistently having to turn them off, turn up your budget, turn them off, test a new creative, do this, do that. So what we're trying to do is set up rules and automations to allow campaigns to cut themselves when budget gets overspent, to allow campaigns to scale themselves when budget is being well spent and you're hitting your target CPAs. So these are things that we're trying to implement into our brands, into our portfolio, and into our marketing strategies to see if we can increase our odds of profitability, cut down on the fat, because in marketing, oftentimes people end up losing money where they're spending money that doesn't need to be spent. If you look into your campaigns, your creatives, your ad groups, your ad sets and everything, and you look at it, there's probably a large amount of budget that needs to be trimmed down that's being spent to the wrong demographics, right? So what we're trying to do is properly set up things in an automated way to allow your campaigns to optimize on their own and scale your budgets accordingly. So the goal, once again, is to get to $250,000 a month doing this, and we're working our way up to that. This obviously started as of yesterday. Yesterday was the 15th, so we need to be able to track this over like the next, like, I don't know, 45 days or so. I don't know what that's gonna look like, and there's obviously other stuff that I have to do and implement. But I do think AI is taking over. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna look past it, because people are actually starting to trust AI salespeople now more than actually talking to somebody personable. I don't know why, but it's just the fact that people have probably been burnt and scammed so many times by literally like just talking to an actual person on the phone, that it might even be more reputable nowadays to use AI. Like, this might be this is a hypothesis. I don't know, and it isn't something that I've excessively tested, but I'm thinking about it because, put it this way, people understand that AI is a real thing, and if you could hear me out. If you build out an AI system, right? If the person on the other end of the phone is like, yo, this system that this person built out for their own business is good, I would trust them to run my service because I like what they did here. Think about it, like just the reverse psychology of it. Once again, I don't know, but this is like a potential hypothesis, and it might be something that's worth trying. It might be something that's worth trying, and people are getting lazier and lazier too, to the point where like AI is getting more and more consistent. I don't know. So we're gonna try, and I'm gonna keep you guys updated with what this stuff looks like on a day-to-day. But if this stuff does work, and I do find that perfect formula that I'm looking for, I will let you guys know, and we'll figure out how to implement this into your business. I will let you guys know. But right now, we're in the testing process. So it's not something that I even feel comfortable with sharing yet, because I'm not seeing the results that I need to see yet, or I haven't had enough proof of concept or gotten to the point that I need to get to yet. So we'll see how this looks. But yeah, it's Friday. Hope y'all killed the week. Happy Friday. We're halfway through the month of May already. Also, big news, monetizing on YouTube now. I don't know what the numbers look like yet, so we'll see what that looks like. And if they're looking good, and I'm now an influencer / guru, and I'm YouTube rich, you guys will probably see something new in the near future. But yeah, appreciate all the love and support from you guys. Y'all got me here, the ones that actually fuck with me, because there's fuck niggas in here that just ain't fucking with me for real. So yeah, appreciate y'all, appreciate the love. Link to the free Telegram group chat in the description down below. And And aside from that, guys, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.